Welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man whose favorite G.I. Joe is General Hawk Twa, Bill.
Hi, everyone. That's not the first time I've heard that joke today. It's kind of funny.
You know, I don't know. I'm almost suspicious because the speed at which this internet phenomenon has just taken over. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. The merchandise is already rolling out.
It's been 2 weeks.
2 weeks? I only saw it starting the other day.
No, it's been
going on for
2
2 weeks. Oh,
yeah.
See, I was late to it. Okay, I was late to it.
It's the new Chick-fil-A girl. It's the Hawk 2 girl.
Hawk Twa.
They
spit on that thing.
No thanks. Yeah, I almost made a shirt. I almost made a shirt and been
cartridges.
Yeah. Right. I was gonna be like, my shirt that I was going to wear today before I was like, I don't have a shirt to put the thing on was going to be, how do you clean your figures?
Right.
Yeah. And then it was
it really took off this weekend though, because on the communities that I frequent, people were making the jokes. Like in wrestling, the Road Warriors were Hawk and Animal, so we had Hawk Twa and Animal.
Yeah.
Just like it really hit our communities this weekend. So
yeah,
but I don't like it's
inescapable.
It's like it's funny, but it's also like way less appropriate than any other like internet meme has ever been. I feel like
sure,
like we're like bridging a whole new universe here of what is acceptable. But maybe that's not a bad thing. I don't know. Well, Bill, big news this week because Super7, just when I thought they couldn't get any dumber, they go and do something like this and totally redeem themselves. Super7 showed off their TMNT 2003 turtles, and I am one satisfied customer. These look amazing.
What do you buy them?
No. Well, here's the thing.
Not yet.
So they will not. They are scheduled to be released in March of next year.
Okay.
So by
under a year,
Super7 standards, probably a year and a half from now. Like, there's no way. I mean, maybe there's a first time for everything, but just going by normal toy trajectory, I'm gonna say it's gonna be over a year. So now, if I wanted Super7's little bonus pack, speaking of heads, the bonus pack that you get from pre-ordering from Super7 is a 4-pack of alternate heads for all the turtles, which is great if you want to give Super7 a 12-month interest-free loan on your toys and you don't care about that. This is a great little incentive. Thankfully for me, because I do not want to do that, I don't feel like any of the expressions are like, oh, I need that one. I feel like they're very similar to what we're getting, which is fine. That is not a complaint. Let me be clear. You get 2 heads with each turtle. That's enough. That's good. I think they chose great expressions. Would I like to have the 4-pack if it was free? Sure. And would I rather have $250 in my pocket for another year? Yeah, probably. So I will be getting these figures one way or the other, but I don't feel the incentive. I don't feel the need to pre-order this far out.
Yeah, I'm right with you there. These definitely do look great. It's nice to see them all at once as opposed to we're getting Leo and then we're getting Splinter and we're getting a Foot Soldier and we're getting some other thing.
It's an all-new Super7.
Yeah,
all new marketing, new articulation, new case pack out. Like, it's an all new Super7. All 4 turtles at once. I mean, I never would have thought that.
What else do you need after that? What else do you need after that?
That's kind of my question. Like, are they going to keep doing, like, full sets of B characters? I mean, there are definitely some different looks to the turtles that they could do, and I would happily buy those as well. So maybe that's the new plan. Get people hooked with the 4 turtles and then leak out some supporting characters. Yeah. But very happy to get these right off the bat. Like you said, look great, look very accurate to the cartoon. That was my one concern, that they were going to do some weird switcheroo and they would look like the toys, the Playmates toys, but that is not the case at all, thankfully. So, Super 7 is going to get my money for these, just not right away. just not immediately. And that's not a Super 7 thing. That's just pre-ordering in general. Like, there's no no. I'm sorry. Like, hopefully you don't, like, these are going to happen. Like, there will be enough people to pre-order, like these, like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth will buy enough to make sure these happen. But you don't need my additional money. But I do want them. I will get them. We've become friends with the sculptor of these, Brandon Gash, on Instagram. He tagged, we tagged him, and he liked it. I think he follows us now. So
good. We've known him our whole lives at this point. Yeah. What more could we want?
Yeah. So I don't know if he will be working on other characters or other people will be doing other characters. Sometimes that's how it works. But I'm really excited to see where this line goes, and I don't know if they'll have physical copies to show off at Comic-Con in a couple of weeks or whenever the hell that is. Yeah. But I want them. Gimme. It's like I can tell when I'm excited about a toy line because I'm like, I want to make like a diorama environment to display them in. And like I haven't felt that way since like I was a kid and like Batman Forever came out. And I was like, let's cut up some cardboard and make the Batcave.
That's a long-standing feeling there.
Yeah. So I've really come full circle on Super 7.
You're back, man. Simpsons closed it out, and then you're back. Just when you thought you were out, they get you back in.
Pull me back in. Yeah. So, Brian, love to have you on the show. Love to talk about Turtles 2003. Is there anything else they're doing that I really like right now? I will say that when they do cartoon characters, they knock it out of the park. But when they do human characters, they have a little bit of trouble. Like, maybe just know your wheelhouse. Maybe just do these cartoon characters because you do a really good job. That's what you're good at. The human portrait's not so great, and that's okay. Other companies can do that stuff. Find some more cartoons. We'll think of a list of cartoons. Maybe that's what we can talk about.
Yeah.
If we interview
all the cartoons that we want.
Yeah. All right, very good. Well, I was just really excited, so I wanted to get that out of the way first.
Top news. Been sitting on that one for a week.
For real. Last week we talked about how NECA had shown off a lot of what they're going to have at Comic-Con, but they still had not revealed anything about Turtles.
Yeah,
which we thought was Turtles? Weird because that's like their number one thing.
Right.
So they did announce a Turtles exclusive for Comic-Con, and it is a 2-pack of those first Turtles based on those original sketches that got this whole ball rolling. Now, I almost feel... Stuff. Yeah, I almost feel bad for NECA because Playmates already did this. And it's kind of weird to be like Playmates beat NECA to the punch, but that's kind of what happened here.
It is. So we got Peter Laird's and Kevin Eastman's renditions of the original Turtles, and they come with all the accessories. And I don't know, is it an open pre-order after San Diego, or is it one of those if there's allotment after the fact? No idea.
I don't know.
Mystery.
I'm going to just, if I had to guess, I would say that this is a Comic-Con exclusive, and they're going to treat it as such, like they did last year with Mr. Moped. What was his name? What's his name from the Turtles movie?
Oh, Kino,
yeah.
Yes.
They did eventually put some more up, but it was still limited. It wasn't an open pre-order by any means.
Sure.
Now, that's not to say that they won't release these a different way in single packs or something else. But yeah. So that's the Turtle thing. That was their showstopper, their final reveal.
I was surprised by that one because I was surprised because I thought we'd at least see that that jumpsuit April that was shown off over a year ago.
Oh, the yellow, like the yellow movie.
Yes,
like fantasy
with the arcade cabinet.
With the arcade. Yeah, that's true. They're still holding on to that.
So that this point is
kind of weird.
Kind of shelved. Were you going to ask me how I felt overall about the offerings from NECA this year? Is that where you were going?
Well, I want to zero in on the turtle specifically before we go to NECA overall.
No, that's fine. Well, we talked about what we had revealed last week.
Yeah. Do you feel like this was like a oh wow kind of reveal, or like me, do you feel like they had their thunder stolen a little bit?
I feel like this is definitely in the grand scheme of turtle collecting. I think this is a skippable item, in my opinion.
Oh wow!
Well, we've already
the whole
seen
thing. Yeah,
we've already seen, like you said, Playmates literally has just put out these turtles.
Yep. But the Playmates ones are a little bit of an amalgamation of the two designs that we talked about. How they did NECA is doing two separate turtles to represent each artist's initial sketch.
Right.
So that at least there's some authenticity there that the Playmates do not have.
True. And then, like, I feel like one of the larger of the two turtles, I don't know which one, who penned which one, but the larger has already been available in, like, statue form.
Right, Mondo did that in all the colors. Yeah.
Right. So I feel like this is just kind of like, we're still here, we still can do good things. And
I mean, let's not minimize them too much. They look great.
Of course not.
They look very accurate.
They
are
articulation
as well done. Yeah.
Yep. The articulation is well hidden.
Those lines. Right. There's a picture
here. They do look good.
I feel good.
like
if you're into this,
yeah.
Of course, the problem is there's nothing else you could do in this. These are standalone because it's not like they did first sketches of all the other characters. This was to get the ball rolling, and it was just to pop each other. They never knew what this would turn into. That's why it's so special. But it's also a standalone. It's not. There's nothing else. You can't put them with anything else and be like, "This makes sense." It's just.
It won't be.
It's a good exclusive for that reason. Where it's like if you collect the comic line, you probably want this, but it's not going to leave a hole in your lineup on your shelf if you don't get it.
Right, and that's what you and I always talk about as being a good exclusive. Is that
right?
The completists can complete, but the ones that are just the collectors who just are like, I'm casual about it. I can skip something. I'm not really worried about it. I'm not going to lose any time over it or anguish or anxiety. You can just kind of step back and watch the chaos, which is how I feel now, because it's like literally watching everybody on the social pages be like, put me down for 4. I need 4. And it's like, where are all these turtles going, sir?
They want 4 so they can make all 4 turtles, like a team.
Correct. Yes, it's all about making a team of turtles.
Man, these turtle guys are hardcore. You gotta give them their due for that. They are hardcore.
Oh, of course. I mean, I feel like social media for me in terms of Star Wars collecting didn't exist when I was like prominently collecting and enjoying the community as much as I was. But like these guys are just like having at it, and like every single day
this is their time to shine.
Up.
This is their day in the light. Their turtles are I don't know if it'll be today, but at some point I want to rank the different companies that are making turtles and see where each company falls. So you have like NECA, you have the Loyal Subjects, Playmates, obviously, technically
Mondo.
Hasbro made Mondo, of course. Yeah, they did at one point. So
they are again. I take it back. They are again. They're doing.
Oh, that's right. They're doing those chubby guys.
Yeah, those chunky ones.
The Chonk brothers. Yeah. So there's a ton of companies. So like that'll be a fun discussion at some point. Probably not tonight because we got a lot to talk about. But I think it'll be interesting to see where NECA falls. Like, is NECA doing the best job with turtles? I think there's an argument to be made that no, they are not. But like I said, we'll get into that another time. Now, you were talking about what makes a good Comic-Con exclusive. And while we're still talking about NECA, there was another reveal that was revealed after the show last week that we did not get to talk about. And that is the Captain Impressive version of Earl Sinclair from the Dinosaurs, or Dinosaurs.
Okay.
Jim Henson's Dinosaurs.
Not familiar with that iteration of Earl.
I don't recall this either. I did see a still, so I know that it was in an episode.
Sure.
It's not just fantasy, which I appreciate, like the Alf. Alf. It exists from some other media, and this was in the TV show. So,
okay.
Now, I guess this makes sense because he's a superhero, and that's kind of like, if you were going to do it, a Comic-Con makes sense to have him as a superhero.
Yeah. No, I get that.
But I just have to say, of any toy line ever made, from when we first saw the prototypes, when it was first announced that they were making Dinosaurs figures, to where we are now, I don't know that I have been more disappointed in a single toy line than I have been with these dinosaurs.
Oh, no
because
kidding.
I was pumped. I was pumped for those prototypes. I thought they looked great.
Yeah.
And then the actual toys came out, and they were so small. They're so little.
They were small. I think it started with you though, with the eyes. It was Earl's eyes.
The eyes were
change,
off.
And you were like, "This is a little odd to me."
It wasn't.
And then you saw Baby Sinclair, and Baby Sinclair, 90% of the package is 100% of the figure space.
Yeah. That's right.
He's so tiny.
He's so tiny.
I have yet to see Earl in the stores at all, which is hilarious.
Well, I will say,
Baby Sinclair,
to be fair, I've not seen Earl either, and obviously Earl is bigger than Baby, but I compare, and maybe it's not fair to put mixed toy lines, and he's obviously a dinosaur, so it doesn't make sense scale wise. But like, you got Super 7 making big fat Homer over here. Like, if Earl wasn't this big, I would be disappointed. And he's not that big. He's small. Yeah. He's small compared to the turtles.
Yeah, I mean, they put a lot of detail into it, but at the same time, the size is lacking.
So I don't know if that was always the plan, and just logistically he had to be that size because they couldn't use, like, it would be too much plastic. It would cost too much.
Sure.
But I kind of wish they told us that up front. Well, that's okay. We're not done. We're not done with my complaints yet. So, in terms of the line itself, you got Baby, you got Earl. Great, obvious first figures. It doesn't really look like any of the other characters are coming. We haven't been given any information about Robbie or Charlene. Or the Brontosaurus that sticks her head through the
grandmother,
Fran. Oh, that would be a great figure.
Yeah,
because another version of Earl just started hitting Target.
Right,
and it's basically that first Earl, but with his work shirt, a fabric work shirt.
Yeah, so that's the other thing too. They've started this. The San Diego one also is. It's all fabric in the superhero.
It's all fabric. Yeah,
it's a fabric.
Which is fine.
It is.
It looks okay.
Again,
I guess it looks accurate.
What are you seeing under that? Is it? You remember what was it? Was it
painted?
The Gremlins, where the sculpts weren't sculpted above the clothing, or painted? If you took like the Brain Gremlins coat off, it was like unfinished. Gross. The unfinished arms, like up the top.
Right. Yeah.
Something like that. I wonder if that's the same.
It was
for
something
Earl.
Really disturbing. They're like, I was like, they ruined it for me, and that really killed it. And like
the clothes are meant to stay on.
Another line that I was really excited. I mean, they got those Mogwai out. The Mogwai were great.
They got those Mogwai out, and Gremlins had its time to shine. Back when Toys R Us was open, they were doing great things with those Gremlins figures. And
I will say that NECA really started cheaping out on Gremlins because, first of all, they just re-released the Mogwai, and they did one new one, the Mountain Dew one. Yeah. And then they did some more Gremlins to Gremlins, but they were reusing the limited articulation bodies, whereas those Gremlins got brand new bodies with great articulation. Those are still really great figures. But poor Gremlin 2 Gremlins, they didn't get the articulation. So,
it is wild because now we're getting 3 Earls all of a sudden.
3 Earls,
and now we're at 3.
And I'm surprised there's not another Baby in there somewhere. Like,
I'm surprised.
I guess there's nothing you can do. You can make Green Baby, but no one. Come on, at that point, at least with Earl, you feel like you're getting your money's worth. With Baby.
It happened again.
What is happening?
I get too animated.
You knocked something. Jesus, that one was violence. Wow. You gotta stick it on there. I give it the hoc toi. Hoc toi. Anyway, so NECA is not my favorite. It's funny. It's funny in the ranking of companies. Super7 on the rise, in my favor at least, and NECA on their way down.
What else have we seen though for exclusives besides NECA?
I
haven't seen anything.
Hasbro showed off that Nemesis Enforcer or whatever he's called.
They did. Nemesis Immortal.
Immortal.
Because the band Nemesis Enforcer has the rights to the name.
Hilarious. That's the same reason that
it's not the
Sarge's Marauders. Sarge's Marauders. It's like Mad Marauders now. They had to change that because Sarge owns the copyright on his own name. Good for him.
Well, that's why they can't do a lot of... they have to give them like full names now, and then that's their nickname in between because they've lost the copyrights on a lot of those code name designations.
Yeah, that's fine.
So everyone was like, "Oh, it's a great idea." They kept Snake Eyes, and that was it. Snake Eyes, and I think they got
that
Duke,
was it.
and then they're like, "Yeah, that's
Duke.
Cobra Commander gets a pass too."
That's all we need. Well, it's
Robert,
like Marvel.
Robert Destro Muldoon or something. No, that's just Robert Muldoon from Jurassic Park. Never mind.
JP. Well, it's like what what they have to do with the Marvel stuff. It's like Marvel's Rogue. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those code names you can't copyright because it's just a word. So you have to give it that qualifier. So that's fine. That doesn't bother me. It's whatever.
It's not the
Yojo toy creator's fault. It's the company, and what can you do about that?
So it's been Yojo June. As it's been for the last couple years.
How's your Yojo June going?
I mean, I've really...
Are you having a joyful Yojo June?
Yojo June?
Jubilant Yojo June?
I've kept abreast of the reveals and just what's out there.
Okay.
But outside of that, I don't know. I feel like G.I. Joe, I'm kind of playing like the waiting game for the clearance stuff at this point again, or finding a deal where the figures are closer to like $20.
Yeah. Well, I have been enjoying this Target clearance, and they just had the 2-pack with Mutt.
Mutt and Junkyard.
Yeah. So I grabbed a couple of them. One to open, one to keep. If there were no more, I probably would have grabbed them too. $20.
I'm eyeballing that Metalhead figure, so I can grab some more of him.
Better act quick.
Oh.
I don't think it's going to get to the next level.
They're sticking around.
You think so? Playing the
up here they are,
yeah. This Target clearance is interesting because usually when something gets clearance, it just means it's done. It's not coming back. But I think in this case, and for several lines, they have another set ready to roll, but they got to get rid of the first set. So you picked up a bunch of these Mega Gross minis that I'm a huge fan of. I've been talking about these for years at this point. And you bought the whole shipper? You bought everything they had?
Yeah, I bought the container.
You took the box.
You
took the box. They let you. Did you ask anybody? You just walked
out? No. And the security person was there, and I just took one ball out, and I just started going boop, boop, boop,
boop.
And then I bought the display the display case for it too, because the display case was down to $4. Yeah,
you need that. It comes with an exclusive. Yeah,
it does.
So we saw Zuru proper on TikTok posted video Series 2 finally Mega Gross Mini Series 2. Yeah. And what they showed a couple. They look cool. I like the creativity.
They showed the slime off. I think the slime has little pieces in it now.
Instead of green slime this time, you're getting brown feces slime.
Yeah,
and it has little maggots. You get poo. What's more fun than that?
What is more fun than that? What are you playing with? I'm playing with my shit. Oh.
Leave me alone.
No, where he's just playing with slime.
Just leave him alone. I never opened any of the slimes because yuck. But my son opened one because I bought a couple when they were on clearance this past week, and he opened it, and I smelled the slime, and it took me right back to those Kenner Ghostbusters. Like it was the exact same aroma. I was like, oh. Do they make a perfume or a cologne?
Should we extract this?
I wear that. Yeah, spray my wife with it. Don't need that hoc toi. Anyway, yeah. So Is there anything else on the Target clearance that
it's
caught
huge.
your attention?
I feel like they don't even want to sell toys anymore. I don't know what's going. I sent you a message saying, when are we going to get a reduction in the toy aisles over at Target? Because it just seems like every 5 months they're having these Target clearances where it's like hundreds of items are just gone.
Well, it's not selling,
and like lines change and stuff doesn't sell.
Yeah.
But I picked up that shipper of Mega Gross Minis, and then my kid found these things called Cutie Loos.
Yeah, Cutie Loos, sure.
And they were 50% off. She bought the whole set for under $10.
That's how you do it. Just buy them all.
I think she got 12 figures. It was like, there you go. That's great. Mom can't get mad at you then.
No, right?
I saved money by spending that little amount of money.
I'd be stupid not to do this.
Right. But, we see in that AEW, it's not Ultimates, it's the Elite. Is it the Elite Cody Rhodes? Is it there?
Oh, you saw the Supreme?
The Supreme, yeah.
How much is it there? You might need to grab a couple from her. Go back and grab me 2.
Okay.
If they're still there, grab me 2. Because I saw it once. Yeah. And it was full. It was obviously still full price, but my Targets never had the shelf space for them.
Oh, okay.
And they're definitely not getting them now, but they have plenty of the regular figures. Those end caps are just overflowing with Nyla Rose and who else is there?
I'll go back tomorrow because I want that get me Supreme. A couple. I might want that Supreme Britt Baker just to have, but
they have that one too.
Yeah.
Give me that one too. Give me all of them.
Oh my goodness.
Get them all. Yeah, but the Cody figure, I do actually want that, but I didn't want to pay like $40 or whatever.
Right. I'll take a look. Hopefully $20. He's still there. I wanted to buy the AT-AT, the Jazzwares one.
Was that on clearance?
That was down to $30.
Okay, I think that's just a sale though.
No, it had the sticker and everything.
It's on clearance? Oh, okay.
Yeah. But then they had 5 there and someone went in and cleared them all out. So someone's probably just doing like little mini Hoth dioramas or something like that.
Wow.
With them.
That's still too much.
I thought so. That's why I was waiting.
That guy jumped the gun.
Yeah, he did.
That guy ruined it. That guy was
Slacker?
Slacker, yeah.
Clearance? Not much of a clearance, but still yellow tagged.
They got to get the next set in. Who's in the next set? Splinter?
Is Deluxe? It Splinter as King Splinter or the King Grayskull?
I think so.
Sure. They had that toy thing with Tubop. Or
on the website?
Be Bad. Yeah. So
Be Bad, yeah.
That's a while.
Pre-order. Did you pre-order him?
No, because I'll just find it in the store on clearance.
Just get clearance. The Target stuff, that Walmart selection, like what's the one? The plant guy. What's his name?
Mossman. Yeah.
Good luck getting him.
Why?
Walmart exclusives. I don't know what happens to them.
I'm Walmart exclusive. The shelf space is still there. I'm still waiting for the fill on the peg. I don't know what's going on.
Keep waiting. It's not coming.
They were on pre-order.
I don't know where they go.
They were back to
into the black hole
over on Walmart this past week. I didn't bother because I'm just like, I'm going to find it in the store eventually. I'm not going to lose time over this.
I know. I don't like to pre-order things. I don't like it.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I think that's the way. I mean, that's how we've been conditioned. Like, think of all the things we're finding at Ross or Five Below. These Funko sodas are popping up. Like, I just love clearance shopping.
I like thrift shopping. I love thrift shopping. Once it's a nice little. It's like going back in time.
I know.
It's like a built-in yard sale every week is thrifting for me at this point.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Good stuff. All right, when we get back, we still have a lot to talk about. I don't even know what we'll talk about, but something exciting right after this. Power Ranger fans have invaded Hotlanta for Ranger Stop and Pop, the annual convention. Unfortunately, they're not coming to Orlando this year, so I'm not going to get to go, but I'm enjoying all of the pictures and all of the fans having fun with the stars of Power Rangers. Now, earlier this year, I had a chance to sit down and have a little chat with Rick Schick, who's one of the original VFX artists who worked on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and he put together a show that's starting to air now. You can go on Behind the Power of VFX right now, catch the first episode. Rick sits down with Hunter Dino, the first female Red Ranger, full-time Red Ranger from Cosmic Fury, and they break down what it was like animating the morph sequences for Cat from the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series. And Hunter talks about doing a flip, which is, so they have some fun behind the scenes footage of her on wires, and some just really cool behind the scenes stories that you don't really get from Power Ranger people. Like, you never really hear the actors talking about this stuff. So very cool series. And even better than that, I will be featured in episode 3 in a couple weeks. So I will let you know when you can watch that. But I had a great talk with Rick Schick talking about using toys in the show. That was really cool. So stay tuned and we'll talk about that.
Exciting. Can't wait to tune in.
Hasbro showed off a bunch of new Marvel Legends this week, but I don't know that any of it was like super exciting. It was very, very like
what was this
off the
line?
Beaten path kind of.
What was it called? It had a theme.
It does have a theme. Let me see if I can find it.
And then Blackheart was the Build-A-Figure.
Yeah. So did we get him? Has Hasbro done him before, or am I thinking of the Toy Biz version?
I feel like you're thinking of... Oh, shoot. It was either really early Hasbro or... I think it was Toy Biz.
Strange Tales.
Strange Tales. That's what it is.
So you got Moon Knight, a version of Storm that I'm not familiar with. You got Helverine.
It's like a vampire or something. And
yeah, because Dracula
Wolverine of Vengeance is that one.
He's just got fire. His fire makes the mask, or his hair. And his claws are fire, which is a cool figure.
It's like Weapon X of Vengeance or something like that.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Again, I don't know.
I want to see if Hasbro did a Blackheart.
I feel like it was Toy Biz. Late Toy Biz, like so. It built the build apocalypse figure.
Right. Okay, here he is. He was in Onslaught, and it was the Onslaught wave.
Onslaught
wave. Built Onslaught.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that was ways back. Yeah. Still, I think that figure still holds up if you see it.
Yeah.
Go look at it. It looks pretty good.
It does.
But now you can get a better one. The hips will look better. The hips back then, they hadn't figured out how to do ball hips. It's like the equivalent of McFarlane's wrists. They were they stuck out way too much. It was very unnatural looking. Yeah. Then there was a 2-pack with Rogue, but like a weird, or not weird, but just like not her classic costume that people really want. I don't know. Do you have the Rogue figure from X-Men 97? Do you have that?
I do. Yes.
It's still on the card.
Yeah, for now.
I have it too. I have the whole first set. I ordered the case from Entertainment Earth back in the day, not realizing how impossible it would be to find those figures once the show started.
Right.
And the prices on eBay have just gone insane to the point where I listed those figures, Wolverine and Rogue, just because if someone's willing to pay my asking price, have at it. Because I feel like eventually someday Hasbro will re-release those figures.
All of them. Yeah, again.
I feel like it. So, like, if you're willing to pay, like, $200 for that Rogue figure, who am I to say no?
My goodness.
Yes, have some.
Should go look at the condition. Because I think I paid, those were on Amazon at one point for $17.
Oh, my God.
Like September of...
Go back in time.
2023.
Go back in time. But then they also have the retro Rogue and Gambit that I have that have the Toy Biz styled card that it's pretty. I'm looking at it right here. It's very similar to the X-Men 97 Rogue. Very similar. So it's like almost surprising, I guess, that this X-Men 97 figure is is going for so much money when there was like a perfectly serviceable Rogue that looks just like that's been available, that was like on clearance on Target for a long time.
It's not the most recent Rogue. She's got a new hat. No.
She's got a new hat. She has a gloved, an ungloved hand, and then like the glove in her. She's a hand holding the other glove, the limp glove, and obviously the face looks different and the colors are better. But it's just crazy. Like there are just these particular figures that, and even Wolverine, even though like the VHS Wolverine, a great figure, very similar. Yeah. But the X-Men 97 version, people gotta have it. Gotta have it.
Gotta.
We were talking about Target earlier, and in their dollar spots, I used to be such a big fan of Target's dollar spot or Bullseye's Playground or whatever you want to call it, because they used to have these $1 animal figures that, non-articulated, but they would every month or so they would have a new version. Like they had dinosaurs playing marching band instruments, like just all this crazy stuff.
Birthday party farm animals. It was
it was so much fun. It was like for a whole year or longer. I have a full Costco tote that weighs 7,000 pounds of them out in the garage, but then they just stopped. And I feel like there has not been a lot of great stuff in that section for a while. But as of late, I feel like there have been some gems filtering through.
Okay.
So this is what I found. It's a pack of
those are small.
They're calling them erasers. I haven't tested out that if they actually erase, but they're balloon animals, and they're pliable, they're bendy, and they're like perfectly in scale for figures. So if you have like a clown,
oh my gosh, yeah, there we go.
They're perfect, and they come in like sets of like 4 or 5 for $1, and they have all different animals. There's the unicorn. And then they come in different colors. Giraffe. So you have to like pick the set you want the best. There's the monkey with the long tail.
Oh, look at that! I love monkey.
Them. I think these are great. I'm a big fan. There's a butterfly too somewhere.
It's a lot of fun.
I love this like jiggly kind of stretchy material toy, because I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but we were talking about the Zuru My Mini Babies and how these are like the hardest mini balls. These are like the hardest mystery balls to find. They're like not at Target and Walmart, but people were finding them at TJ Maxx, and then they started showing up at Hobby Lobby.
And I found out that Hobby Lobby has a whole toy section.
They have. So this is funny. I knew that, but my wife was surprised about that too. So you didn't know they had like the whole toy aisle back there?
No.
Yeah.
The heck
There's like a whole So I found a case, you found a case, your sister bought the whole case.
She bought the whole case.
But I bought a few.
She brought it over.
Little babies. Little bitty babies
to show off, but we did film a lot of unboxing footage, which was just insane.
Changing table. Look,
very nice.
Changing table. Some of them come with diapers, not all of them. Is that correct? One of them.
That is correct.
One of them did not. This is a little rockin' crib. Love it.
Your bassinet.
So you were telling me. So I unboxed 4 of them.
Yeah.
One of them is missing, but I got 3 babies that look like this with this complexion.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like me. And then I got 1 baby that looks like this.
Yeah.
Darker complexion. And then you were telling me that all of the babies that come with the yellow furniture are the pink babies. And then the babies that come with pink are the brown babies.
Yes.
Baby of color.
Correct.
And there's a third color, turquoise, and you said that baby's coloring is sort of in between white and darker.
Yes.
So, and then you were saying that the white babies are more common.
Yeah, so my sister pulled that case. We opened all of them. They come 12 per case. We opened everything, and we got 2. Yeah, got 2 darker skinned babies, the in between, and then those pink babies. You got 6.
Wait, they come 12 to a case.
They come 12 to a case,
and they're not evenly distributed.
Missing. 2 were missing, so we're trying to figure out. My sister grabbed, and it was a case of 9, and then she was walking around, and she found a 10th ball.
Oh,
and
just throughout the store.
Yes.
Wow. So I love.
But they're a lot of fun. I mean, there's so many groups that are making. You were putting them all over the place, but there's so many groups.
Them in the car, putting them.
My mom was asking me if she wanted me to tell you, like, if she wanted any like actual like handmade diapers, or like crocheted clothing for your babies.
So here's my thing. I mean, it's fun that they're babies, and obviously these are for kids, and they should, that's great. My kids were having fun with them too. I want actual action figures in this kind of stretchy, like pliable material, because I think that there's a market for this. Remember when we were kids and they had stretchy tacoid warriors? Do you remember those?
Remember those? Yes.
They were just had these black bodies that were porous, and you could stretch them. And I think you could throw them against the wall, and they would stick.
Yeah.
They were sticky stretchoid or something like that, tacoid. And then they would come with armor, plastic armor that you would clip on them, so they would look like a warrior. Except, they could not stand at all. They had no rigidity to them at all.
Right.
So I think with this technology, we need to bring back stretchy tacoid warriors. Like, we need to do something, because I was like playing with them like they were little wrestlers. Like, he's giving them the F5. There he goes. And because they're just, this stretchy material, you can make them go in any pose you want. Oh, it's Suplex City. Whoa. And I just think that would be really fun if you had a little wrestling ring, and then they weren't babies. They were like Steve Austin and The Rock.
Oh, yeah, little gummy Steve Austin and The Rock.
Little gummy Steve. Yeah, gummy. I like that. So I think I found the toy line that we're going to make, the Reluctant Adult toy line. So I just need to get on that, figure out the logistics of it, because there's gold. It's gold, Jerry. Excited for that. Bill, what would you say is the gayest thing that you collect?
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you think about it? Let me tell you the story.
Okay.
My wife always says that the gayest thing that I collect is the little chapsticks that are shaped like soda bottles.
Okay, you collect those
because they're like, before there were mini brands or things like that. These chapstick companies would make little like soda bottles and cans.
I remember them. Yes.
But they sell them like $5 below and stuff. And I loved it because it was mini before mini things were sold.
Yeah,
so I have like a whole collection of soda balls. Yeah. And my wife always she's like, that is the gayest thing you collect. But it made me think about like, are there toys? I mean, you have 2 kids. One of them's a girl, so really, like, you could buy anything, and there's no. You could always be like, oh, it's for the girl. I have 2 sons, so like walking down the Barbie aisle, usually they're not super interested. I mean, it would be fine if they were. They just aren't.
Yeah.
But there's something that's on clearance right now that I've had my eye on since I went to Disney, Downtown Disney, months ago. And it's these 12-inch, not Barbies, but like Barbie dolls kind of thing, that they're like Disney bounding, which is where you're not wearing a costume, but you are dressed to represent a character.
Right.
And they're on clearance right now. And I'm like, I don't know if this is crossing a line.
Yeah.
Or if this is like... I don't know that I can start I don't want to be Smithers with my Malibu Stacy collection.
Your Disney bounding figures.
Yeah, I just don't know that I am ready to take that step. But it is Pride Month. I feel like if there was ever a time to say this is okay, the grown-ass adults, the number 1 demo in the toy aisle, it doesn't have to be relegated to the action aisle, the boys' toys. There's no boys' toys and girls' toys. Everything is for everybody.
Everyone's,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like along those lines, I mean, I do collect a lot of Bluey things, so I guess Bluey?
Well, but do you collect them for yourself or for the kid?
I get them for the kids, but I mean, I find the same amount of enjoyment finding them and getting them. I don't know.
That's the great thing. That's the great thing about the kid, though. You could always be like, well, this is technically theirs, but I like it too. Yeah. But I guess maybe the mini babies are the gayest thing I collect right now, because these are for me. I wanted these for me. I let the kid play with them, but let's be clear. At the end of the day, these are coming home with Papa. These are mine. I'm gonna make a little nursery for them. I'm gonna put them with my. I got this guy, this AEW wrestler who I'm not even familiar with, but I did not have him, and now I have him. He was on clearance, and look, he's got a baby. They're in scale. It's a big baby.
I showed that. So I showed that one to my mom, and then she throws back all the photos that she sent of the ones that she did.
Yeah,
with her baby.
She's the professional.
She just has so much fun. Their dollhouse furniture.
So
that's what you'll
fun.
Get into. You'll get some little dollhouse furniture at Hobby Lobby, because Hobby Lobby has dollhouse furniture.
Well, let me tell you another story.
Build it out.
So back in the day, it was a Tuesday. Some people don't remember that. It's a Dane Cook joke. Forgive me, please. Oh. The Palisades Toys message board would do contests with their Muppet toys, and they did one contest. I don't remember what the prompt was, but I ended up taking a photo. It was like a comic. I did all these different photos, and I made them into a comic strip of a Christmas something. It was the 12 days of Christmas. That's what it was. So it was something related to that. And I wanted to have all of these scenes, and there was one where the character was sleeping, so I needed to show the bedroom. So I went, and I think it was Hobby Lobby, or I think it was eBay at that point, and I bought doll furniture that I still have. I have a queen bed with the post, and very nice dressers just for that scene. But I've never gotten rid of it because it's nice quality. So I have all this stuff ready to go. I could
know what it is. I know what it is. And yes, for the kids, Fisher Price loving family stuff. That's the gayest thing I collect.
Loving family.
And it's just plastic dollhouse furniture.
Let me see.
That's
Fisher Price. Fisher Price. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I feel like that's not that bad at all. I mean, it definitely skews. Maybe saying that this is gay is. I mean, first of all, no negative connotation there. It's what I'm saying is this is really not meant for us. You can say toys are meant for kids and we're adults, but this is really not meant for grown men to be playing with.
Right.
So yeah, maybe the dollhouse stuff. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you play with your dollhouses. Maybe I'll get one of these Disney bounding dolls that are on clearance. So.
Go for it.
Yeah, we'll see.
You be
live
you.
Your life. Live your best life.
Live your life. Exactly.
Live free or die.
Hey, speaking of which, you'll catch me up in New Hampshire next week on vacation.
Oh, what are you doing up there?
On vacation.
Are you going to the Wolfman thing?
Yeah, we'll do that again.
Yeah. Are you going to have to broadcast from the woods again?
Yep, that's going to be there. That was a lot of fun last year.
That was crazy. All right, terrific. I'm looking forward to that. When is that? Next week?
Next Saturday, yeah.
Oh man! All right.
Yeah.
You gonna dress? You should dress like the Wolfman. Bring your own Wolfman, so you don't have to rent it. Just buy your own Wolfman clothes. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think people will get it.
I'll get it. I don't care. Who cares? Wolfman. Last year when you were there, WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley was there meeting the Wolfman the same day, the same weekend.
And he was the Wolfman. He's
he got to be Wolfman. Wow.
He got to be an honorary Wolfman and terrorize trains.
Wolfman.
I missed it by a day because we went on the 4th, and I think he was there on the 5th and the 6th. And you were saying that he's a big theme park aficionado.
Yes, he loves theme parks so much.
He really, above all of them, outside of Disney, Universal, he really enjoys the old time mom and pop small theme park.
Yeah. I mean, he loves it all. He used to work for TNA, and TNA used to film in Universal Studios in Orlando. Oh. And I think part of the reason he worked for them is he could just go into the park for free. That was a big perk to him.
Well, maybe he'll be back. And I'll get a second chance.
Take a picture. Get an exclusive interview. Ask him about his figures. Ask him if he thinks that his upcoming Ultimate looks like crap, because I'm not a fan of the upcoming Mankind Ultimate. These Ultimates, I was saying that the dinosaurs from NECA were the most disappointing. These Ultimates might be running close, because when you call something Ultimate, when you say that this is going to be the be-all, end-all of action figures for wrestling, and then you kind of design the body in such a way that it looks so unnatural, I have these qualms with the Ultimates. So I bring this up because, speaking of San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, Mattel showed some of their stuff this week. They have that Street Sharks figure that's playing pool. He's a pool shark. Yep.
Yes.
Which I probably from an episode. He also has soft goods. He's just the normal figure with a soft goods bomber jacket.
Right.
But they're also doing
costs down with that fabric.
Well, I guess it's just so I don't know. They're doing, for WWE last year, they did Muhammad Ali in a 2-pack with, it was 2 versions of Muhammad Ali. Is that correct? Is that what they did?
Yes.
Yeah, it was like his ref version and then boxing version.
Right. Yep.
And then before that, they did another like non-traditional wrestler, like a more mainstream character. So that was sort of like what they were doing. They were going after more of a not specifically wrestling fan for the Comic-Con exclusive. This year, going the other way, Shawn Michaels from that classic Iron Man match with Bret Hart, where Shawn Michaels, the boyhood dream comes true. He wins his first WWF at the time World Championship. And this is obviously an iconic look for the Heartbreak Kid, the white, the gold hearts. The figure's cool because it comes with the entrance gear, including alternate arms that are sculpted to look like the frilly thing he was wearing up here. So rather than just having something that goes over the normal arms, different arms you pop in. Great. He also in the match he came down on this, what's it called? You like ride, you ride on a rope down.
A zip line?
A zip line, yes. So he comes with like the physical part of the zip line he was holding on to. It almost looks like an anchor to a ship.
Oh, I thought that was a stripper pole. Okay.
Well, yeah.
When I saw the photo, I thought he was.
Well, I can kind of see it
another way.
The things he's wearing.
Yes.
You strip. Well, speaking of strip, you strip that all down, and you have the Ultimate figure underneath, and the torso is just so boxy. It's just it looks more like a T. It does not represent, first of all, a human body. But Shawn Michaels, very slender. He was not like a massively ripped character. And we saw this with the Eddie Guerrero figure, where they gave him this overly ripped torso, and it just looked bizarre. So if you display these figures with their entrance gear, it's passable. But that's not what an Ultimate should be. You should be able to make these. You should be able to throw away the other versions of this character. But I don't think that is the case. I don't think they look good. And I don't know that Mattel, like the people designing these, have any control over that, because it's like they made the body, they have to use it. They have to use this form factor. They can't reinvent it every time. But whoever signed off on it the very first time really shit the bed, because it's bad. It looks bad. It doesn't look like a human body. But, all of that aside, if you're just going to keep it in the box, it looks cool. And it comes with a couple of alternate heads, including a very a moment-specific head where he's crying because he's holding the belt in front of him for the first time, and he's so overwhelmed with emotion. He's like, I'm the champion! And that's like a theme with these, because they did a Kurt Angle that also has a crying head where he wins the belt and he's so overwhelmed with emotion. So that's fun. But I also don't think the sculpts look super like Shawn Michaels, and they've always had trouble. Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Mattel's never been able to nail those likenesses for whatever reason. So I wish these were better. That's pretty much, but saves me some money because I don't feel the need to buy them. But I don't know if Mattel will ever.
Thing is.
Oh, that's right. Are they going to do a Jurassic Park thing?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything. I don't even know when Comic-Con is. It's the problem.
I know. It's got to be soon. It's probably tomorrow. I don't know. Let's look it up right now. San Diego Comic-Con. Okay. I'll just type that. It'll tell me.
2024.
July 28th. Oh, you're going to be in New Hampshire when it's happening.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, it's next week.
I thought you said
July. This is June.
Yeah, we're in
So
June.
we've got
JoJo June.
We got plenty of time. Don't worry about it. We got a month to get out there. We'll just
all right.
Take it a couple 100 miles at a time. We'll get there.
Let's get through this JoJo June, okay? Just so we can forget about it for another year.
Yeah. Yeah. See? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's JoJo June, and Joe Fest is happening right now. Where's Joe Fest? Where's that coming from?
Oh, where is Joe Fest?
Pixel's out there, right? Pixel and Dan Larson are out there.
I think Dan Larson was an invited.
Augusta. Is that Georgia? Yeah, it's Georgia.
Yes.
Oh, a lot of stuff in Georgia, because then in Atlanta, the Power Rangers thing is going on right now. Wow. Damn, I could just hop up there. Should I just go?
It's still like a 7-8 hour drive from you.
I know, but I'll get there for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
All right, you're fine. You talk me out of it. It's fine. I'm not going to.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Enjoy your Sunday.
So, there are a couple things of note.
Let the invitees go.
Oh, that's true. We weren't. If they had invited us, then we would have to go.
Probably comp their
a couple things of note. Yeah. Super7 is there.
What do you think Pixel says to his kids when he has to leave for these things? What do you think they
Papa
understand?
Pixel's got to go.
Gotta go.
You
the toys need me more than you do.
The toys. It's like the opposite of Toy Story, where they're like, Andy's coming. He's like, toys are coming. And the kids fall down. Like,
oh, Dad, no.
Damn it. Oh. They must understand by now. He probably brings them back nice things and stuff. My kids probably would appreciate seeing less of me.
Right. And he'd be like, oh, I'm going to another toy convention. Bring us back something nice, Dad.
I took my kid. He was off. He doesn't have a summer school on Fridays during this month.
Yeah.
So I took him to the Florida Mall, which is like the last big mall in the Orlando area.
Mm-hmm.
And I made the mistake of taking him into the Build-A-Bear, thinking he would just appreciate it for what it was and take a picture in front of the big bear. But no, of course he wanted a Build-A-Bear. Stupid me, not realizing that my child, who loves stuffies, would want. Oh my goodness! And he's been talking
Dad
about it.
Dad brought me here.
Since
What's the special reason? Yeah, no kidding. He set you up.
The thing is, like, and now I'm an idiot, but we went to Target first and we bought a couple Snackles. We got a couple Snackles. So I was like, well, he got his toy. He's done. He doesn't need another toy.
Doesn't matter.
But of course, you take a kid to Build-A-Bear, he's gonna be like, well, let's build a bear.
Yeah. And you got the associates being like, can we help you? Can we stuff your bear?
Can you help with your like 1990s computer over here? Why do you still have these monitors that look like they should have a green screen? Play Oregon Trail on it. Why is your technology so old at Build-A-Bear? It's insane. So yeah, I disappointed him, but he got over it eventually. But he was sad the whole way. Oh, you know how we got over it? We went to the candy store, and I let him fill up a bag where it's like $5 per quarter pound, and I filled up a bag too, being like, this is probably not going to be that much. I give the lady the 2 bags to weigh because there's no scales out except behind the register, and she'll be like, that will be $30, and I'm like, it will not be. It will not be.
Oh no!
For like gummy sharks. Like, hell no. What are you talking about? $30? People pay that? And I was like, take it away. Because, and in like the bag, it had all the gummy stuff, but then I also put like chocolate pecans and like everything from the chocolate bar on it because they're all the same price. So it's like, there's no way they can, I mean, maybe they can filter it back through. They got to wash it off.
Probably have,
they don't have nut
like
allergies.
A bin, like those candy salads that are going around.
Oh, the candy salad. And employees enjoy that at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Man. But I was like, hell no. I could have bought the Build-A-Bear for how much this candy was going to cost.
Yeah, when we're up north, we're going to like a trading post that has the candy, but it's behind a glass counter. So you have to like physically ask them.
Yeah.
Be like, I'll take 2 gummy pigs, please, and 3 gummy octopus.
Octopi. Yeah, and then they had fudge. But this is, the mall candy store. It's not like the real, not the good stuff. It all tastes the same. It tastes like nothing. It tastes like, and then like any gummy food, it's gonna taste like nothing. I don't even know why. It's like the densest, it's the heaviest, densest, least tasting candy that exists. but it's fun. It looks like a frog. It's like you're eating the mini babies. It'll be the same taste as the mini baby.
Those gummy frogs, those confound me because they've got a marshmallow base. Yeah. And then they have the gummy top. Yes, the textures are just they don't align right. But whatever, the mouth feels all.
But whatever.
Just gonna keep chewing gummy
Mr.
babies.
Wonka knows what he's doing. Who are you to say he doesn't?
Do you think gummy babies are gonna run the same problems as, say, the back end of the army ants? Like you'll just see people like with their kid will be there just like gnawing on a baby.
You say problem, I say opportunity. Oh no, you ruined your gummy baby. Well, you can buy a new one. Here's series 2.
That series 2 apparently already coming out soon.
For the babies?
Yes.
Who? You got other nationalities? What else? What's left?
Right?
You have brown, white, and in between. Can we have alien babies? We need at least one gummy adult.
You look at these. I mean, if you get multiples, the shading is subtly different just because of the color mix and just because of what they use for the hair. When we were opening, we had babies that had darker hair.
Oh, wow.
Darker facial features. They looked wholly unique.
They painted the nipples. Great. They painted the nipples. I don't know if you can see.
Fantastic.
But they're red. It's just unnecessary.
They stopped at making them anatomically correct, but could you imagine if they were we're going to take a risk.
I do appreciate that. We're going to do it. We're going to go.
We're not going to tell anybody.
They had the discussion. Discussion. One guy was like, we're not going to tell anyone. The initial sculpt came back.
Yeah.
Did you get a boy or a girl? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if the toy aisle's ready for that. I don't know if Hobby Lobby would sell them. Well, I think that Hobby Lobby... This is the 80s
where it was a color change feature, and that's what you got.
Oh. Well, the black baby should start white, because that's how black babies come out, right? Isn't that the joke? And, like, the science? I might cut this part. We'll see how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Hobby Lobby should do an exclusive Baby Jesus mini brand.
You mentioned this. That would be fun.
Wouldn't that be great? He comes with some myrrh. We can finally find out what myrrh is. Frankincense. And a baby Jesus. Everyone gets one baby Jesus.
And the little manger. Oh, no.
Oh, the manger. You can build the manger.
Build the manger.
Babies. Build a manger. Oh, look at that. Why aren't we in charge of something? We have all these good ideas.
Why don't toy companies just call us once a week and are like, hey, got any ideas? Like, yes.
Our contact info is right there. I know you're watching, guys. I know you're watching. Come on. Oh, let's see. Oh, I got to go back to this. So Joe Fest, Super7 showing off Reaction Plus, which is the name of their O-ring figures.
Yes.
Which is
more articulation,
G.I. Joe, real American
G.I. Joe O-rings.
And
everything gets a plus
at the end of it. Metal screws. They're going back to metal in toys. Yeah. Love that. So they conveniently did not have a price on these. The normal reaction figures are $20. So what would you wager that these are going to run?
The big old $39.99.
No.
You don't think so?
You get double? You think they're going to be double?
Why not?
$40? No. Well, maybe. They're going to be ultimate level at that point. Someone on Twitter was pointing out that the limbs are very tubular. There's no, even comparing to the initial or the original Hasbro figures or Kenner.
Yeah.
Was Kenner responsible for G.I. Joe, or was that always Hasbro?
It's always
Hasbro, yeah.
Yes.
So if you go back and compare that original Snake Eyes to this Reaction Plus Snake Eyes, the head is better on the Super 7 version, but I think the body is better on the original one. The sculpt is just not, it doesn't look like a human. It looks like he's made of paper towel tubes. It's very strange. It's very bizarre.
You tape some straws together.
Yeah, you just tape some straws together. Yeah, save the turtles. So that's happening or not, I don't know. And then Fresh Monkey Fiction is there because they do some stuff in that scale. And then they revealed that they are going to do 1/12 scale Cops and Crooks. It's happening.
Oh, boy. It's happening.
So they showed up Bulletproof, who hopefully comes with a fabric trench coat so we can recreate that fun play feature of the original. So I think I like this. I'm trying to think about to collecting Cops and Crooks and why I like them. They were big figures. Were they 6-inch or like slightly less? Or were they bigger? They seemed big.
They were larger figures. I know I have one.
But they
right
made
here.
vehicles for them, which was crazy.
Yes. This gentleman, who was this? Nightstick?
Are they 6-inch scale?
Yeah, they're 6-inch scale.
6-inch.
They're all leg. That's the thing. They're all leg. Yeah,
but they came
like
with
the
caps.
torso.
Yeah.
I think there was probably some cap feature involved.
Yeah, some of them had caps. The vehicles definitely had caps, so that's not happening. I liked Long Arm because he just looked like the generic cop, but I really liked the character's feature where he had some like thing and he would shoot out a handcuff and then he could like swing from it, maybe like Spider-Man, or at least he would catch people.
I never got into Cops and Crooks. I don't know why.
Oh no! Oh, I have all of them. I loved them.
Good. That's exciting.
Because it was like G.I. Joe but bigger, and they were well articulated. Yeah, I loved them. So I don't know, but I don't know that I like that love transcends time.
No,
I don't know that I need
be happy
these new
with
ones.
what you have, and then
I know. I think I could just go into the garage and find my original ones, and like this is fine. These hold up. They're definitely not doing vehicles at that scale, and they're definitely not doing caps. What's the point? What is the point? What's the point of any of this?
The point.
We got to talk about this before we go.
To get free stuff. That was the point.
Oh, that's right.
So,
we've really taken our eye off the ball in terms of free stuff. We need more free. We've been giving away more than we've been getting. That's not okay.
Too many people. So, a couple weeks ago, we were talking about my fun hole.
Oh, that's right.
How I wanted to get my fun hole filled because I built this by Fun Hole, the company, and it was all about it.
Sure.
So then our friends at Fun Hole reached out. They said, "Send our information." I said, "Sure. This seems legitimate." Why? I don't know. I guess I entered a contest.
Who knew?
And who knew? Who knew?
Unknowingly entered a contest.
I unknowingly entered a contest. They hold contests. They hold contests once a month for their fans, and a lot of the stuff is a lot of fun. You can get some really cool sets from these. The set they sent me to fill my castle here is the steampunk train station figure set.
Well,
which is fine. It's
I
didn't minifigures.
Free.
Minifigures.
Hey,
I love it. Right. It's great. So you get to see what other companies are doing with their minifigures. So there they are.
Hugging arms.
They're kind of portly. This guy, the one of the ends, kind of got like a Topham hat feel, like a Sir Topham hat.
That's what I was saying. It feels like Topham hat.
Yeah. So we got a train hobo. I don't even know if these are steampunk like. It's just like this guy's definitely.
Years.
What is the new name
like Becky
for
Lynch? For steampunk?
No, for homeless. Is it unhomed?
Unhomed. What's the new name for homeless people? Unhomed? Unhoused? Unhoused.
Oh, okay. It just feels like I missed house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, needless to say,
I still say
Fun Hole fulfilled my Fun Hole. So thank you.
Well, there you go.
Appreciate
thank you.
That. There they are.
For the bare.
Thank you, Fun
Hole.
Hole.
For the bare minimum.
Better
than some companies. Still waiting on something from Super 7. All that free press. Zuru, how much more free marketing can we provide to you before you send us a ball? Send us a ball or something.
I've got sheer joy on one of my kids' faces that I will happily put out there to you in terms of finding one of these rare babies.
Rare babies.
Well, they're packed. They're packed different. The pack breakdown is odd. The pack out.
We need to do. We'll do a standalone episode that's just about the babies.
We'll just each find a full case and we'll just spend the hour unpackaging just the babies.
We'll just the babies. Yeah.
The accessories are too much. Loosen stuff.
I like the accessories.
No, I know, but like by the end of it, the dining room table was just.
There's lots of waste.
And then my son was like, I want to open something, and I was like, well, I still got that case of Mega Gross minis out in the car that I picked up. Here's 3 of those. Open them up with Papa. Go for it.
Our kids are so spoiled. It's just so funny. There's kids out there getting nothing. Kids are
and like
drowning
it's like,
in mega and mini brands.
I can't even say I can't even say I spoil my kids because I wasn't spoiled as a kid, which is the furthest thing from the truth because I was so spoiled by my parents.
We never wanted for anything.
It was like, oh, it's St. Patrick's Day. Here's a present. Here's the full line of Toxic Crusader figures. There you go.
Your parents use these other holidays.
Yes. It's another kid's birthday. Here's a birthday present for you.
That's a good idea, actually. When it's someone's birthday, everyone gets a present because everyone gets a present. The other siblings are going to be so mad.
Yes. It's still a long-standing thing. I've inherited the trend.
It's a great tradition.
Yes.
I think we have to implement it because the older one is very jealous. He's very jealous of everything.
Sure.
Speaking of being mad, we have to talk about this before we leave. Another episode of The Acolyte aired, and this week people are mad that about Ki-Adi-Mundi. Is that how you pronounce this man's name?
Yeah,
Ki-Adi-Mundi. Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Yes.
So they are mad because he said he's there. He exists. They're just mad that he's there. So it was too long ago, or like what? Why are they mad?
Right. So obviously, when Disney purchased from Lucasfilm the rights, they decided not to move forward with any of the expanded universe things. So when Ki-Adi-Mundi was established as a character, it says that he was born like 68 BBY, which went before the Battle of Yavin. So at the time of the Phantom Menace, he was only like 48 years old. Okay. But now this is saying, and by the time of his death, he was 68. But this is now saying that he was alive 100 years before the events of even the Phantom Menace. And people are like, no. There's written things down. Hold on. Stuff's been written.
I have the receipts.
But it doesn't matter because they dissolved all that expanded universe. We don't care.
Is that it? Now, how I took this was in the Phantom Menace, famously.
That's another portion of it. Yes. So there's two portions. He says
in the Phantom Menace there have not been Sith for a millennia,
right?
Something to that regard,
right?
So now he's in the Acolyte, but we're only assuming that this character is a Sith. Nobody has said the word Sith.
We don't know yet. Exactly.
We don't know.
Exactly.
So I feel like that you're just being mad to be mad. Like nothing has happened yet. You can be mad if something happened. Nothing's happened yet. Hold on to that. Let it fester.
Right. It's just I have to gauge the internet's anger through because you can't read context through text.
No.
So it's like, are you really that worked up?
Well, somebody was, because they were threatening the editors of Wikipedia because Wikipedia updated his birthday.
They did,
and there were threats made.
Threats were made to the editors,
fine workers of Wikipedia.
So wild.
So this episode
of Wikipedia just works the same as anything where anyone can change things, and then there's an admin that has to fact check and then approve it.
Yeah. I don't know how Wikipedia. I mean, that would make sense. But someone got threatened.
I remember being part of Lostpedia.
Wikipedia.
Back in the day.
You were a part of that?
I was part of Lostpedia, and everything that I would always enter would always get deleted or reworked because it wasn't good enough.
See, I gave up on being part of these Wikipedias very early because I had the same experience where I tried to update something. I think I added myself to something. I don't even know what it was. But it got deleted. I was like,
and you're like,
F you forever. I'm not going to be part of this ever again. I can't be part of this
community. Damn it.
I don't like that you're telling me I can't do something I want to do. How dare you?
That was the same way.
So this episode, I thought it was fine. I think I actually enjoyed it. All this chatter about the show has made me want to go back and watch it, but maybe I'll wait until it's all done. Yeah. So we follow May, and she's going to kill the Wookiee, and somebody beats her to it. And apparently they had scripted a fight scene with the Wookiee. And I do think it kind of sucks that we didn't get to see the Wookiee Jedi in action.
No, I feel it kind of sucks that we're not seeing a lot of them. And that's the thing too. So I think there's more coming, because there was a quick snippet of the Wookiee fighting that King Tommen character from Game of Thrones, the younger Padawan.
Okay.
And I'm assuming, I have to assume that it's a flashback that we're going to see probably the other side of that Witches' Coven massacre that we didn't see. We just assumed that they all died of smoke inhalation in the same spot. Yeah.
So, and then I was very disappointed in the internet because they were jumping to conclusions that the identity of this red wielding character, red lightsaber wielding character was what's his name? Tommen? Or who's the guy from The Good Place that's coming along?
Yeah, I can barely recognize. It's like Keelan or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about. So they were like, "Oh, it's him," and I'm like, "That's not how stories work. That would be real stupid."
Well,
just him. What?
They kind of pulled like a whole, not so much reverse Yoda with Luke, like playing the fool situation, where he's just kind of like he's got odd energy, he's all animated, and then he ends up being. So there's two theories. It's either he's this, and some people are even saying that this is the acolyte, that it's not even the master, that this is the acolyte to a larger Sith Lord, but who's to say? But it's either the dude from The Good Places is this dark wielding force user, or it's the mother.
Yes, the spiky faced mother,
spiky headed mother. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. And then it's sort of a reverse Darth Vader, because it's a mom and the daughter, which it's like poetry. It rhymes.
It rhymes.
I think that's
But I'm like, I was slowing it down because there's a shot where this Sith user, this Dark Force user goes like this, and you can get a good look at the costume, and it's things got bare arms. It's like pretty much wearing like a black tunic and the helmet.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Well, I thought the form of the character was very feminine. And I mean, the guy he's little, but I was like, that's a woman. Immediately, I was like, that's a woman. So
what did you think of the new? What did you think of the new character, the Tracker?
Oh, he was cute. I liked him.
Yeah, Basil,
little otter or whatever. He was fine.
Right.
He already had a pop. I was like, where's this character? And I was like, oh, there he is.
Oh, sure, yeah. That was one of those spoiled by the pop.
Did I miss him? Because in the background, when there were a bunch of like aliens milling around, there was definitely like a cat creature.
That was
go back and look at it.
Yep, that first appeared not too long ago in the series, the end season of The Bad Batch.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
that's nice. They're just very cat-like.
Yes, like kind of stout. It's like if you put a cat
like
in like a turtleneck there,
which I've done before. I would like to see a whole season or series where it's just these weird, like no humans. That's my rule. Let me write a Star Wars show and there's no humans.
You just at the cantina all practical for an hour every day.
Yes, but like Wooher has the day off, so it's like some weird
got the day off
behind there. Yeah. I'm looking through our list here to see if there's anything else we got to talk about this week, because I don't feel like there's anything that needs to be mentioned. Can you think of anything else? Anything else for this big week?
No, I can't. I mean, like I said, I'll be up north next week, so
yeah, I look forward to that.
Tune in for another adventure.
Some video.
Yeah.
It's always exciting. I always love throwing the natural elements into a recording. It's always good. Always good audio. There. Have some toy. Oh, there you go. Nice. All right. Yes. Now I'm excited. It's like I'm going on vacation. Can't wait.
There we go.
All right, everybody. Well, you know what we say. We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.